Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nai for those of you who do not know, and today we are going to be discussing The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. A little backstory on this series. I read the first book in February, and I honestly thought I was not going to be able to finish it because I am a college student, so I have no money. But my auntie bought me the rest of the series last week, and I literally read it in less than 48 hours. That's how hooked this series had me. So yeah, let's dive into this discussion. Without giving away too many spoilers, this series focuses on this one lady and her navigation through finding employment as a maid. Although she has her own private past, she is working for multiple of couples who she soon to find out is suffering from domestic violence, where she is a maid and a savior. Throughout this series, she is put through abuse, framing, and entangled relationships from her employers. So while she is trying to fight for her own innocent life, she is also trying to help the others who is suffering through such gruesome acts. The Housemaid is Millie's introduction to her finding employment. She has spent over a decade in prison for what? I do know, but I'm not going to spoil it. So yeah, she has spent over a decade in prison, and while she is working for this family, that's when she kind of peeps the scenery like something is not right. So while she is trying to save Nina from her husband, Millie is also put at her own risk through trying to save her own life. The Housemaid's secret is focused on the Garrick's family. This family, in the beginning, everything is like perfect, it's the normal family. But of course, Millie has experience in the Winchester house, so she knows when something is quite off. Although she has been working for this family for, I want to say, over 3 months, she has never seen the wife of Mr. Garrick. She only hears like the bad things, like the yelling, screaming, and Mr. Garrick is always telling her like, do not go see her. But of course, Millie is hard-headed, and one day she goes to the door and she noticed that Mrs. Garrick has bloodshot eyes, a busted lip, blood all over the nightgown. So that's when she knows that, of course, something is not right and Mrs. Garrick needs saving. So that's exactly what Millie does. So with Millie trying to help Mrs. Garrick escape, she does not know that she is being framed for the murder of Mr. Garrick. And although Mrs. Garrick knows that, Millie only did it to try to help her, she does not care because, of course, she's only thinking about herself and her new life. So yeah, Millie is still trying to fight for her own innocence because, of course, she is a felony. So she can literally go back to prison for the murder of this man, and she does not want to do that at all. The last book in this series is The Housemaid is Watching. This book is mainly focused on Millie's family. Yes, Millie now has a family of her own after 11 plus years of working. She now has a stable job, and she has a husband who is a former employer from the book The Housemaid. She has 2 kids. I want to say she has another kid, but I may be wrong. So she has 2 kids, 11 and 9, and they have just moved into this new subdivision. So Millie is so excited because it's a fresh new start for Millie. She doesn't have to worry about being framed. She doesn't like all the bad stuff that Millie has went through. She is gone. So as they have moved into this new subdivision, they think everything is fine, like the perfect neighbors, the perfect school, it's calm. It's really calm compared to where she previous lived at. So although that this subdivision is calm, she noticed that something is off. Millie can sense energy. She can tell when something is not right. And when she notices that, that's when speculations come, from her husband. She thinks that her husband is sleeping with the neighbor because he's like spending late nights over there, just like weird stuff. I don't want to spoil it too much, but like it's just like weird stuff. But then she noticed that her son is starting to act different after he has left from the neighbor's house because he had to spend a week doing chores. So she knows that like something is off. And her daughter is kind of asking her brother, like, well, what's going on? What happened? So her brother finally said what happened. And it's like, it's crazy. Like, you would never think that the neighbor would have, done such a thing. So her daughter is kind of put in protective mode where she has to protect her brother. So with her doing so, she commits a gruesome act. Such a gruesome act. But then now Millie's husband is basically going to jail for the murder of this man. Like, although he did not do it, he is still trying to protect his family, and he's willing to do whatever. So the dad like knew what was going on after the fact. So yeah, it's like he was just put at like in a position to where he had to protect his family. And Millie is so not happy. Like, she is so not happy because I'm like, Millie is all about, yeah, we know we did it, but if we tell the police how it happened and why, she kind of feels like it'd be like some kind of justice. So yeah, Millie is like, we need to speak up, but Enzo was like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm going to protect my family. So this leaves Millie like all upset. So now Millie is trying to protect her daughter, get her husband out of jail, and now put her son in therapy. So yeah, that is, I guess, a quick summary of the Housemaid series. I didn't want to spoil it too much, but the details are really good. My first impression of this book, I did not expect this book to be this dark. I honestly thought it was, not gonna lie, I don't know why my first impression was a wedding. I don't know why my first impression was a wedding, but clearly this ain't about no wedding. This is not about a wedding at all. This series is very fast-paced, which I like. I think all of Freida McFadden books are fast-paced, but yeah, this book is definitely fast-paced, which I really enjoyed. That's why I read these books like this. So yeah, this book is very fast-paced, which I enjoy. I just didn't expect for it to be that dark. I thought it was going to be like a wedding. So what I liked are the different plot twists, like unexpected things. I did not expect for none of this stuff to happen. Like, everything was so unpredictable. I'm like, what in the world? And also, like, of course, I said before, it was very fast-paced. That's something that I really like. But what I did not like was how, I don't even remember which book it was, but like kind of in the epilogue. Oh, I know which book it was. It was The Housemaid is Watching. Yeah. It was The Housemaid is Watching. What I did not like is the epilogue. It talks about a character that was not one of the main characters. I'm like, why are we talking about this character when she had, like, no information was really put out about her? Like, I didn't understand that. So yeah, I mean, but besides that, the series was amazing. I would definitely rate this series 5-star. And you guys know how I feel about Freida McFadden. I love her books. I love her books. So yes, I would definitely recommend this series to, of course, a Freida McFadden lover, but also to someone who is like into dark and, do I want to say mystery? I don't know. Like, the only reason why I would say it could be mystery is because you did not know, like, what happened. Like, you did not know who killed who was doing what. It was like everything was just coming up unexpectedly. So yes, I would definitely give this series a 5-star. It was really good, and for some reason I feel like going on like a Freida reading rant. Like, I want to read all her books, and that's what I'm going to do. I think that's it for the Housemaid discussion. I didn't want to make it too long because I did not want to spoil you guys. But yeah, as always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And go like my recent video. It was a reading vlog when I traveled. So yeah, I guess stay tuned for more bookish content. And also, let me know if you read The Housemaid. I want to know how you guys think about it.